everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. What do we have to do as Apollyon? What is that part of the post-it note? Boss rush and greedier mode. That's no problem. Obviously, keeper stuff has to get done, but I really want to, like, the new character is novel. I want to play as the new character. So we can do boss rush or we can do greedier. I'm going to start with an attempt to do boss rush. I also feel like our last Apollyon play was not necessarily the world's greatest. Here's our seed, PH6VJGXL. I love Apollyon when you can make it work. If you can't make it work, well, then it's just, you know, the same as any other character, isn't it? You know, any other character that starts with 2 HP, no spacebar item, and wings that are too small. By all known laws of aviation, Apollyon should not be able to fly. And yet, Best Bud. Actually, pretty bad. If I had known that this was Best Bud, I would have probably rolled it for stats. I'm way more interested in making overpowered void items than I am in, you know, re-rolling passives, but this is a passive which is just not particularly very good. So, just take this, and we might as well take that. If you shoot poop, you can get like a little, you can get a fly out of it. I've used this trinket so little, and yet it's been out for like 18 months, or, you know, 15 months or something, that we should probably take advantage of this, is my guess. Ooh, there is an item there. If we can't get to it, we should void it. But if we can get to it, we won't know what it is. That's funny. So we'll pick it up. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what items can show up randomly. I think, like, any item can show up randomly. I've definitely seen Little Baggy show up randomly. Our first bomb maybe goes to that Tinted Rock. Also, the best classes go to the fastest. Sorry, Mr. West, there's no good classes. Northernlion, why do you always reference Kanye West? Well, it's really just for my buddy Dan Geesley. Let's peep this. Let's peep this. Lost Fly. Okay, I mean, actually, we're one item away from becoming Beelzebub, so I'm not too displeased with the way that things are going right now. If I had had a charge, maybe it's a good thing I didn't actually see the items, because I would have definitely voided one. The stat increase could have been awesome, or it could have been negligible, or it could have been maybe even bad. But as it stands right now, we got 2/3 of the Beelzebub transformation. I would have felt bad about doing one and not the other one. So now we save our void item. I don't like champion enemies, but dude, Lost Protector just crapped right on him. Please summon more hot bombs and then, like, land directly on top of them. Come on, you got one more move in you. You know you want it. Self-immolated. It's a little horn. Get burned by fire. A snack. HP up. Well, we didn't get to use Void. I'm going to take the pressure off myself. I'm not too worried about it. Let's hope that we find a library or something like that. If we can find a library and use said library. Wow, this looks like a really good Lost Protector again. If we can find a library and use said library to, you know, start to kickstart Void or something, I'll be happy. But for now, no real worries. And we're getting flies. Poop flies. You know you want. Get out of here, you stone jerks. They're always hanging around doing jerky stuff. Did we get a fly per poop? If so, this is not that bad, especially on early floors. It's kind of like a really, really work-intensive Guppy's head, which sounds negative. And if you're replacing Guppy's head with this, you're not going to be pleased. But if you don't have Guppy's head, you should be stoked. I was hoping we had a neutral fly that we could have used to do all the damage there, but sadly we do not. We do get a fly per poop. At least it seems like. We've gotten 3 in a row, at least. Let's put it that way. Honestly, this is why, like, every now and again, you should pick up some stuff that you haven't used in a while, because your perspectives might have changed. Now I'm like, dude, flies, free damage. Odd Mushroom, I will take. 0.58 damage. It's not awful. It's better than the random stat increase that I would expect to get. Let's put it that way. And that's really the criteria for re-rolling or not re-rolling. Of course, we gotta check these. I've made a huge mistake. Of course they spawn right at the door. That's sensible, actually. I understand where you're coming from on that one. We're going to move along here. Now, this one is not about the special area, weirdly enough. This one is about boss rush. So we do want to... I mean, if we could do the special area and get it done with Apollyon on video, that would be cool. But the most important thing is just to ensure that we actually manage to make it through boss rush, which means we do have to be a little bit faster and see what items we're going to get unlocked there. Rarely do you get an active item from the boss, but frequently you will find active items on the Deal with the Devil. So if we can get like a Satanic Bible, Book of Belial, Book of Sin, any of those books that show up on the Devil Room semi-consistently, we can get a kickstart going here on the Void item, and I'll be very happy about the world that we live in. Small rock, please. Yeah, that's not it. Okay, cool. Monstro. No way this dude's getting smoked by Lost Protector. It's an item that, like, you never notice Lost Protector until that one time it shows up and it does so much damage, you don't even know what to do about it. You're like, have I been underrating this item systematically for its entire lifespan? Probably not. Look, it worked again, dude! I mean, I'm going to take all the credit for that because I pushed them in there, but still. Okay, Mom's bottle of pills. We might want to just suck that one up. But Krampus's head is like a B tier item to void. Because basically, what you're doing is taking a use... So, muscle memory in the negative way there. Oh my god. We're taking an item that's useless in the form of void and turning it into Krampus's head. But, better. But we didn't get that. Krampus's head, but better because it has better potential. Alright, so we got speed up, range down. I think that's proportionally completely fine. I'm relatively pleased about that. Okay, moving on. Good place for a bomb. We got a Tears upgrade out of it as well. We could get a cheap item on our shop. I don't know if I really want magic fingers. Like, the thing is, there's a lot of spacebar items that take a currency, or they take a heart, or they take money, etc., to do something. Those might be ones that we'd want to think twice about, but sadly, we are, as of yet, finding void. Not useless, but it turned a, you know, Mom's... Ooh, karma, maybe. I was liking the flies, but we're about to enter an area where poop's a little less common. Maybe Magic Fingers is worth it, or maybe we would just... I mean, Placebo. Placebo is worth it. That's the ticket. I didn't even notice. Oh my god, I bought the key by accident. Now, luckily we got enough money to make that not matter, but good lord. Okay, so we get Placebo. We don't have a good pill right now, but we will add Placebo to our connection. So now if we can just get a good pill, we have the effect of Placebo stored forever. Think about what we could do with the Tears upgrade. Now, I wish I hadn't taken that pill until just now, but that's, you know, life goes on. But a minute behind schedule for boss rush, and the bad thing about Placebo is it doesn't really help us out. At least in terms of, well, first off, it doesn't help us out at all right now, but it also doesn't help us out much when it comes to finishing the run faster. But Lump of Coal, that's kind of what that's there for, is to speed us up a little bit. And actually being able to see our items is a novel concept. I think we've done fairly well so far. Considering we haven't really gotten a formal, amazing upgrade, Lump of Coal is the closest thing, and it is pretty good. There you go. This is also pretty terrible. Now we can get the Butterbean effect every time we use Void. Also really bad. However, it's just another item to add to the pile. Come on. Low chance. Oh, low chance worked. It's just, I say low chance because it wasn't near the exit for the floor, but maybe that's irrelevant. Okay, we need to see if these pills are good. Take this one first, and we can test it. I'm excited. I don't know. I don't think that's a good pill necessarily. Now getting the Nun's Habit might be advantageous. Raised our Deal with the Devil chance. You want to try for like a 2 of diamonds there? We're like 1 penny away. I think we gotta try this. Bombs are key. Sorry, bombs are key. Let's get up to 15 cents. Remember, if we don't do boss rush, that's fine. We'll get to it in the future. So we're holding bombs are key, we don't really care. This is I'm excited, we don't really care. Neither of these we know. Hematemesis. Okay, good one to have on Placebo, and now we know for the future, but we're not gonna get that many charges here. We should have actually used our, we should have used it on the room with Butterbean, because as of right now, that's, you know, that Butterbean room is completely worthless. That's okay. Life goes on. This room's gonna take 100 years. 4.08 damage, though, is not bad. I wish we could see how much damage we could do with our tears at the point of impact instead of just with base damage, but that's a spider mod perk. Why are these enemies getting so freaking fast all of a sudden? Like, the yellow ones are so quick. 922, huh? Battery charge. Okay, I think we just go suck up the bean. We're gonna be way slow for boss rush. Number 1 priority, entertainment. Number 2, a win would be nice, especially if it means that we play well. And number 3, you know, getting these objectives taken care of. Oh, that's explosive diarrhea. Not necessarily a horrible pill to have, as long as you know it's coming, but hematemesis gives us the potential for cleverer plays, without a doubt. And placebo does not work, sadly, with runes. So unlimited explosive diarrhea, not that good, but we are starting to build an item here. In contrast to the last Apollyon run, where basically we just had an unlimited forget-me-now, which was cool in its own right. I know I was a little salty like during the episode, but it ended up being fun in its own right, in its own unique way. We're gonna leave this floor as soon as possible, basically, to ensure that we can actually stay on pace for boss rush, although it does cost us with Apollyon. If we get an active item, never mind, we're good. Turns out we're totally fine. I was gonna say if we get an active item, I will just, you know, hurt ourselves on a fire a couple of times, or even pop explosive diarrhea and get hit in order to get the charge we need, but, oh dude, Lost Protector's so good if it actually lands here. It was charting up on the rocks. Charting in, you know, like the sailing sense, I suppose. Matchbook might be worth it. We don't have any bombs. I don't really want to fight 2 statues, so I'm just gonna take this. See you later. And instead of taking the bombs, I got a luck upgrade and something else. But the luck, I think, is the principal deal there. So Seraphim is just okay. Certainly not worth re-rolling. I suppose even if we didn't want the angel statue, or if we didn't want the key piece, I should say, maybe what we should have done is fought both angels. And it would probably just give us 1 pedestal. But if it gave us 2, then we could get 3 random stat changes. Which, honestly, I mean, I think that actually sounds better than it'll actually be. I haven't had, like, a random stat increase that's, like, you know, plus 8 damage. They're all just, like, you know, a minor increase to something. Which I think is fair, otherwise, you know, this character would be so overpowered. But, in fact, we were hypothesizing on the show that maybe there's, like, a table of values, like, there's like 7 or, you know, however many possible permutations you could possibly get. What is that? Ouroboros worm. Okay, that's just heinous. That's horrible. Just terrible. I can't believe this is actually... Like, our shot speed is obviously stupid now, but... This is abysmal. This is not the right kind of run for this to happen. Okay, grab that. We don't know this, so we should use it. That's a tough call, because the speed upgrade is pretty good, but it's probably more exciting to go for the full-on stat increase, so I'm gonna try for that instead. It would be really funny if this gave us a speed down. It actually gave us 48-hour energy. So now we have unlimited uses of this item. And we did get a +1 damage increase in there, is that correct? That's ridiculous. What this 48-hour energy means is that if we ever get an active item sucked into Void that's awesome, we can use it forever. We can use it, like, for example, if we get Satanic Bible. We use Satanic Bible until we have full hearts at any given opportunity. We also, with Karma, it counts as using a 48-hour energy pill, it seems, so we'll actually leave 48-hour energy pills all over the ground as well. There goes our deal with the Devil Chance, but hopefully that 50% Angel Chance stands the test of time here. Well, we need it. We're falling behind schedule, and it's a real bummer because, I mean, now I'm just using it to be Butterbean now. But, yeah, this is a super game-breaking run. All we need is any active item that does, like, any damage for us. I didn't pick up any of the charges. That's probably the dumbest thing I've ever... 0.25 devil chance. Yeah, okay. You have to use one of the battery charges when it falls down. Yeah, okay. It is infinite. Well, that's pretty sweet. I mean, that's if that's not obvious. So, any good active item is all of a sudden, like, exceptional. No, you're not going to end this run. I'm actually using Butterbean to knock enemies back. Because I have unlimited Butterbean. So it kind of seems like, why wouldn't I? What? He shoots creep! How is this the first time I've noticed this? People are probably saying the same thing. How is this the first time you've noticed this? Okay, we are apparently blowing up enemies as well. Wait, is that a new Butterbean effect that causes that rock around us? Watch out for the mushrooms. We know this pill? Is that a Tears upgrade? I'm excited, sadly. I wonder if that'll blow up our donation machine if we do that. We don't want I'm excited. We want 48-hour energy. It's like actually extremely pivotal to our plans here. Dude, now that we can just press space on an enemy and destroy them, that feels great. We need the battery charge, you dummy. It totally blows up the donation machine. So what are we doing? Well, the first thing that we're doing here is taking far too much time to accomplish this, but we need Sackboy. Okay, don't die of all the things you could do right now. Lover's card, there we go. Do we want Spider Mod? Keep in mind we are hurting our donation machine to do this, but... And we're really, like, maximizing, or rather minimizing our odds of getting to the deal with the devil. Okay, you need to be holding the card when you do that. Not sure if that's clear at this point. I mean, it's your 9 millionth time playing this game, but it's a pretty tricky concept. A piece of paper is your guide. Okay, let's keep it moving just because, sure. I mean, we can blow up our shop unlimited times next time. Next shop if we want. We're now like 1 floor behind schedule. So, wow, what a shot. It would be advantageous from my perspective to move along. We still got that 50% angel chance. We kind of have unlimited bombs, but they're very interesting bombs in that we can only use them at close range. Kind of horrible. I'm still shooting. I'm not exclusively trying to use this new, you know, bullshit that we got going on here. Big Horn is like a motherfucker at the best of times, so. Yeah, we should try to hit the hands whenever possible. They do still take damage. Just, it's harder to hit them. It's like a daddy long leg situation. He's dead. Halo. Fantastic. Not re-rolling that. Okay. Being 1 full floor behind schedule, I'm a little scared. We're on Necropolis 1 with Curse of the Blind. Not really a good setup. Suicide King. Probably not the right card at the present moment. I do think it's probably implausible at this point that we will make it to boss rush. And you know what? That's life, dude. That's just life. If we can't make it happen, we can't make it happen. Especially with a room like this. In fact, even if we got down to the XL, or to the next floor right now, I don't know if we would have a good chance to make it. So I'm just going to slow down and I'm going to say, let's just have fun on this Apollyon run. Because I don't want to die trying to make boss rush when, you know, right now this boss rush seems like something we have to do. In like, you know, 2 days, boss rush is going to be something we're probably going to do like every other run. So we might as well just enjoy our lives. There goes our deal with the devil chance anyway. Please, HP. I'm begging you. I'm not sure about this getting real close to enemy strategy. It seems like it's backfiring a little bit. Look at that. It's a really cool combo, though. Like, if this is what the new Butterbean does, it's actually, like, pretty okay. The sun, I'll just use it to see where I'm going. And Suicide King, well, you really would, like me to die, for some reason. Essentially, we have unlimited bombs right now, but we're looking for a better spacebar item. Do we want to go to the shop? I don't know. I mean, again, I would like to make this spacebar item better. if possible. I'm excited. I hope I'm excited isn't like a random stat increase or something. I'm gonna feel real silly. Hey, I took unlimited batteries over, you know, literally unlimited stat increases. But Northernlion, you couldn't take both pills at the same time. But I could use them both, like, endlessly on the same room. You know what I mean? If you had told me, like, I know occasionally there's some negativity about Afterbirth Plus. If you had told me that we could encounter a run in which our best offensive weapon is Butterbean, I would say, that sounds like a run I don't want to be a part of. And I would be wrong. I am happy to be a part of this run right now, so thank you for that. Still should go to the shop, but where's my bat? Don't bogart the battery charge, dude. Bad form. I'm gonna check the item room first. Alright, so we've determined placebo. Under the right circumstances, top tier void item. What do you got for me? If it's a spacebar item, we pick it up, put it back down. Multidimensional buddy. Totally fine. Alright, we actually have to use our tiers on this room like some kind of goddamn amateur. Why not, right? 48-hour energy. The announcer's getting a little annoying, I'll give you that, but it's worth it for unlimited spacebar charges, dude. He's done. He's done. Get roasted, son. Get roasted. No deal with the angel. And a little Steven. Oh, what's the name of the pill? Apparently it's a 48-hour energy. Thanks, I didn't know. I would like to not just ruin our donation machine. That rune, by the way, is Hagalaz. Not bad. Not essential right now, though. But how much more do we need? I don't want to break the game and just, like, you know... It always sounds like I'm disparaging people who want to break the game. That's not my intention. But I have no intention of, like, just getting unlimited items, re-rolling them all to get breakfast, and then crashing the game. That's not my scene. However, I would have no problem. Battery. Okay, we can get, like, even more than multiple charges, I guess. Or even more than 2 charges. We got a chariot card. Okay, don't use that. Use justice. And then grab the chariot. Which is down here, I think. Well, we might as well play it a little. We got Nun's Habit, so we can stack up charges. That might be a little overkill. Remember, we're getting sacks out of it, too, though. Like, there's not much of a calculated risk right now, but we need the money, Lebowski, so that we can play these judgments as well, and then we can get random stat increases from the judgments. We could steal their item, or we could, you know, suck their item deep within ourselves. Grab this. Chariot card. There's red cards, or red hearts available. So I'm glad we didn't just, puss out, basically. That's a tiers upgrade pill, isn't it? Oh. Okay, well, we're gonna do this until we get infinite tiers. We should be able to get down to a 0 tier delay. Or at least 1 might be the lowest, which would make sense. We're doing it without 48-hour energy, though. Right. Okay, I get you. 5 is the minimum? We definitely used it, like, more than 5 times there. So, maybe 5 is the minimum. 5 is the lowest number that can ever exist. If Neil deGrasse Tyson disagrees, just remind yourself he doesn't know what he's talking about. He actually probably does, if we're being real here. Well, let's start. You should really just play 1, even though it may not matter. We can always walk into the fire a little bit. Okay, what do you got for me? Lunch, HP upgrade. I like it. And something else in here? Like, we're not underpowered. In fact, we're like we have unlimited power. But, that all being said, I wouldn't mind having a little bit more actual damage on our tiers so that we, like, progress is easier for us to make. I would find that advantageous. Wheel of Fortune. Put down Wheel of Fortune, blow it up. All day long, you'll have good luck. I blew up the Judgment. What are you thinking there? You blew up the Judgment! That's not the right play there. I'm gonna take that just to be safe. Are we getting hurt when we do that? We sucked up the IV bag, you idiot. Okay, well, we've created a concern. We've created something that we have to watch out for, because now I can kill myself. Do we know that's a Suicide King card? Now that I can kill myself, we can't just use this item endlessly, so we actually do have to use our tears. That was stupid. I shouldn't have done that, in case that's not abundantly obvious. But having IV bag is not necessarily bad. Not knowing you have IV bag is horrendous. But we can no longer spam forever. But I'll use it on some rooms regardless, because I don't know what's good for me. So now we need to get the right combination of items. That was, right now, let's just say, short term, not the right move. Long term, remains to be seen. Double key room. Hook me up here. Burkano. Not really what I was looking for. I don't want to go, I mean, I do want to go to the curse room, but I can't right now. You know what we need is just Yum Heart. If we could somehow get Yum Heart sucked in here. Just blow it up. We could use the red hearts. We could use half of a red heart. As stupid as that sounds, half of a red heart allows us to go into the curse room for free. Well, for the cost of one red heart, which is not necessarily free, because we're going to be a little bit dicey. Devil card. 2 of clubs. We got 13 bombs out of it. Is that really worth it? That's a question that remains to be seen, I suppose. Alright. Scared. Not scared. I'll definitely, I'll just be honest with you on that one. This run, I liked it better when we had infinite abundance. But it's my own mistake combined with Curse of the Blind that has left us here. If we didn't have Curse of the Blind, I don't think I would have pressed the space bar. I might have still done it. Imagine how different this run could look, though, if we had gotten Blood Bag instead. We'd still be able to deal unlimited bomb damage. I just ask you to keep your heads in the game for now. There's always a chance we can pull out with a better synergy here. Mr. Boom has to get sucked in. It is going to hurt us if we get hit by it, but we're already getting hurt. Although our invincibility runs out by the time the bomb goes off. Still. Here's my rule. If it's a spacebar item, oh, I'm fucking adding it. I don't know why I took on a weird voice there for a second. If there's a spacebar item, oh, I'm fucking adding it. Either way, first off, my apologies to my Australian viewers. Secondly, let's move along here. We're just looking for, well, honestly, HP. We want to go to the shop. If we could get, does the Yum Heart go for sale in the shop? That's something I should know, but do not know, apparently. Money is largely irrelevant at this point. This is going to be a long run in its own right. It was looking like it was going to be, oh, it was a mimic. Just start the run, go to boss rush, no problem. Nope. Not going to happen. Hush is not going to happen on this one either. But this is why I love this new character. And I'm using the, capital L word. I don't mean it in a romantic way, but I'm really enamored with the design of this new character. Rob was talking about it on the show today, and I actually agree with him nearly 100%. But he's saying, like, the mechanic of Void might be overpowered, but it also creates a character that is completely new and different than any other character that's in the game. Sure, you can get Void on other characters, I suppose, but, starting with Void changes your playstyle. It allows you to actually, get some value out of bad spacebar items. And bad passives, for that matter. And even if it's overpowered, it's a fun way to play the game. So I know you're waiting for me to say novel. I'm not going to do it. We should get blank card. And we should get Box of Friends. And then we should blow this up. I know we could just press space as well. I'm going to, not do that, though. And then we're going to suck them both up. There's no bad thing about this. And what this does mean is that if I get a card that I like... I'm going to blow this up again. We should just stand next to it now, because we're going to do it anyway. But if we get a card that we like, we could replace 48-hour energy with it. We were really, really not nice to our donation machine here. Apparently, either the credit card or store credit crashes the game right now. So we're going to not do anything with that right now. Blank card, the moon is teleporting. Blank card, credit card. I mean, obviously the blank card, credit card synergy seems amazing. Fuck it, we gotta try it, right? How can we... I couldn't live with myself if I didn't at least try this right now. X-Lax. Poop's real slippery. All deal with the devils are free from this point onwards? That's amazing. Unfortunately, you know, HP is still a little wonky. Looking for a second secret room to save the day, actually. Like maybe right here. Alright. Not really good, but that's okay. Obviously, no boss rush is going to be happening here. If the credit card... maybe it's store credit that crashes the game. Let's hope that it's store credit. If it is store credit, that's dope as hell for us. Because it means... all deal with the devil, all items in the shop, although there are none for the rest of the game, unless we can make it to the Hush fight. Requires beating 2 floors, probably in about negative 40 seconds, so I doubt that that's going to happen. Red Mom seems so much slower than she used to be, but maybe I'm just thinking of the new mom that, you know, drops 3 feet in the space of a second. Meet the new mom. Slightly dissimilar to old mom. I void my items and my passives aside if they happen to be left inside. Okay, we did get it. Grab that. That was not a good parody. I apologize. Come in here. Ah, fuck it. Why not, you know? I'm assuming we got a pretty good chance to get some Spirit Hearts back. I mean, the damage that we got out of that seemed ridiculous. We got enough bombs to justify doing this. We're not going to fight Mega Satan. So you know what? Give me the stat increase, bud. Look at that. Plus 1 damage. Nothing wrong with that, probably. Alright. Still got credit card available as well. Let's move this along. The reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated. We could really... oh, we kept credit cards instead of blank cards so we don't get infinite plays anymore. Still... I did actually gloss over that, but... that's okay. Okay, that was horrible. We're still fine. Like, that was just a bad stretch of play. We can hold 2 charges, which means we can use our spacebar item against a boss, and then if we get a deal with the devil, or angel for that matter, that gives us an active item or a passive we don't like, we can still use it. So, it's actually... it makes me very happy that we picked up the battery, at least. And of course, we could just use Void on some rooms here if we want to. And it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. It gives us a chance to spawn extra credit cards, which is highly fucking useless, but... you know, in theory, maybe there's an alternate universe in which that makes any sense as a strategy, but... this is the early days of Apollyon, man. We're figuring things out. Not every run is going to be a lights out. Not every item that we add to Void is going to be a lights out. Really, the IV bag is what threw me for a loop here. It was stupid to add it, but... if we get Bloody Lust, or we get something along those lines... you know, we got a good setup. We got Old Bandage... Gimpy, etc., etc. All of these items will be free as well, I feel the need to mention. All we need is a couple of deals with the devil, or even 1 deal with the devil that actually pops, and I'll feel good about this, this credit card play. And I really do think that, you know, I'm more enamored with this character than I've been with, like, any other character in the game in its history, except possibly Eden. And Eden, that's a dream that subsisted for a long time. Oh, you know, no, we don't have unlimited plays. So I was like, we should have just used 2 of Hearts to get unlimited money. But actually, it doesn't work that way because we're going to use all our charges. But we could have gotten money out of IV Bag that actually became sacks, which had batteries. And, you know, we could have gotten some time out of it at least. But it wouldn't have led to unlimited money unless I've got a hole in my reasoning. Dear Liza, dear Liza. If only we had Polydactyl and we could hold a card and a pill at the same time. That could be cool. Oh well. I will say, again, I do think Void, there's a case to be made that it's pretty overpowered. It turns out that, you know, 6 bad spacebar items having their effects rolled into 1, still pretty good. And it just amplifies the number of broken combinations, but that's still sweet. It's still a really cool item, and, you know, this is a fun way to break the game. Just giving you, like, plus 40 damage on an item, not necessarily that fun, although I'm not going to say no to it. But, well, we've blown it up. Yep, and ourselves. Okay, good. Smart play. And now we've fucked ourselves out of being able to use the credit card right here, but that's okay. I can't tell if we have a 50% chance to get a deal, or if we have an 83.75% chance to get a deal, or we have a 50% chance to get a deal, and if we don't, then we get like a 16.85 chance to get you. You get the idea. Like, I don't understand how the 33 and the 50 get added together. And now we get polydactyly, which is funny. Credit card and the lovers. I mean, it's actually, like, pretty good. Get 2 spirit. Well, we'll get 1 red heart every time we push the button. So we did sort of get Yum Heart. Earlier in the game, it would be worth more. Wow, okay, stop. Earlier in the game, it would be worth more. Oh, but wait, do we have car battery? Why are we getting double the... Why do we get double the heart out of that? 2 hearts for the lovers. We lost 1 for... Yeah, we lose 1 full one for... I see. My math did check out. I was just an idiot about it. It's like a classic case having the right numbers but the wrong logic. I wish we could use it over and over, but that's okay. In the end, it's okay. And in the end, it's okay. I don't know. We've kind of taken an interesting run and learned a valuable lesson. And let's leave it at that, you know? If only we'd had a charge active, we could have stolen the Satanic Bible effect. But we have to rely on getting this deal with the devil later if we want that effect. Otherwise, we're not going to get the effect, which is probably also fine. I could have just taken it, but I don't want to give up Void, dude. There was no real reason to use Void on the way in except to look clever. It gave us like a penny, and it cost us the Satanic Bible effect. You know what, we could have... I don't know if we could have hurt ourselves to get enough to get the thing, especially considering it would hurt us when we press the spacebar, but yeah. Valuable lesson: be very careful with IV bag around Void. It has proven to not be the correct choice here, and it has neutered to some extent with what was a really cool run. Did not get a deal with the devil, and I accept that. I understand that. I'm disappointed, but it's all right. Because you lost it all. Nothing lasts forever. I'm sorry, I cannot be perfect. Yeah! It is what it is. I wish that I had not taken that, but... That makes 2 Apollyon runs now where we've probably taken ill-advised items. Like, Forget Me Now just cost us a lot of momentum, but was otherwise fun. But you know what? We're saving both charges for the next floor now. We'll use the Lover's card to keep ourselves alive. And anything else is gravy. Hanged Man's worth nothing. Joker card. They said the Joker was a wanted man. Okay. Just use the... Blank card the Joker card, even though it'll hurt you. No, use the Joker card so you have 2 void charges left. I don't know, man. I don't know. It doesn't matter. We can't even suck up the other item, so it's really just, do you want Ghost Baby? Oh, I mean, you could also, like, just in theory, throwing this out there, press that button, and then go grab it for free. Yeah, but don't let that cross your mind, despite that being, like, exactly the reason you took credit card to begin with. Hey there, this is a song I'm writing to my own brain. You've made some pretty well-reasoned decisions in the past, then you fucked off and I hate you. That's You Fucked Off and I Hate You Brain by the Brainy Bucket Boys. This fall, coming to Spotify Popper. It's the opposite of Spotify Pro. If you pay for it, we exclude the song from the search rankings. That way you're never exposed to it because it is awful. Part of our pilot project, along with Nickelback and the Block Party album that came out after Silent Alarm. I don't mean that. It wasn't that bad, but like Silent Alarm is so biting, and then the second one is like gets a little too like, we wish we were My Chemical Romance. And I'm like, we already got a My Chemical Romance. You could just be your own thing, guys. But that's okay, you know, they got their own thing going on. Strictly Hardcore Jack, not a new Jack swing. Strictly Hardcore Tracks, not a new Jack swing. They disrespect the memory of the Pfeiffer. We could use the speed, honestly. I mean, Karma's doing nothing for us. We could maybe use it to get extra red hearts out of the Lover's card, but it's a pretty big maybe. I still think, like, we're certainly not unkillable. Although if we had unlimited plays, like if we had if we had gotten Polydactyly early enough in order to pick up, the Lovers and 48-hour energy, with Blank Card and Placebo, that gives us infinite plays of the Lovers card, so that means infinite money, infinite red hearts, infinite money via IV bag. We could blow up every enemy we come across, we get infinite charges, you know, etc. We would go infinite. Thanks for spawning the haunts. Honestly, like, that doesn't bother me that much. It's spawning a first floor boss. If we can't handle, like, a random, spontaneous first floor boss spawning at this time, like, maybe this run wasn't meant to be in the first place. That was pretty poor, though. Well, we're not going to find another spacebar item, probably. So we should do that, move out of the way, then pick up the red hearts. At least we got Ghost Baby for free. Now, that's not really a sentence we should be saying, because Ghost Baby's not, you know, good, but it is free, so we got something out of this. But I would say, borderline extreme level misplays. And that's to be expected. First off, it's me. Secondly, I think we should do that still. First off, it's me. Secondly, it's a new character, so shit's gonna happen sometimes. I like having this Lover's card plus Nun's Habit, though. Oh, the Emperor is so much better, though. And what's our other card? Empress. Every time we press this, we get the Emperor and the Empress. I think we want to go to one room. Check this out. Fuck this dude's life up. See you in hell, you jerk. It's nice to have 2 charges. For reasons that will become obvious momentarily, but the thing is, the Lover's card does nothing for us. Wait, well, it should do something for us. The Emperor does. Okay, you know what? Tell you what, we're just gonna do that. I guess if you have 2 cards, it only takes the card that's active, which, I mean, that's not unexpected, really, but it's a very slight bummer, because getting the Emperor effect was really what I was going for there, and then having the ability to use the hearts maybe afterwards, or who knows, but anyway. Doesn't matter. There's some face-palmy moments in this run so far, and I think that's okay. I'm gonna let myself have the ability to make mistakes. The dream being that one day we'll come to our senses with Apollyon. What are we gonna do next run? Dude, why are you asking me about next run? I live in the present, okay? Or at least I try to. We have not won this one yet, and it's more up in the air than most of our runs have been, to be honest with you. We're gonna head down to the next floor. We might be able to get a high-value Void play, but I'll probably try Greedier mode with another character. I don't know who, though. Crack it, crack it, crack it, crack it. Whew, okay. We should suck the D8 deep within our body. In fact, we don't want any of these. Taurus with invincibility, maybe, but I think we just want all of them to get either sucked in or turned into stats. And we got a 1 point something damage increase there. I'm mostly looking at damage. Of course, you know, our rate of fire being lowered is also good, but again, not quite unkillable. We're sort of getting there. And I think we're going to have problems. What's our luck stat? We got 2 luck. I would expect that to equal like a chest or two when we're down here. You moron. I walked into Mr. Boom thinking that it was like... that it had already exploded, but it was the TNT that exploded. Luckily, it gave us a kickstart on a charge for our next play, thanks to Nun's Habit, but... And you would think, like, our DPS would be better than it actually is. Like, we're shooting out a lot of shots very quickly that also have Lump of Coal. But our damage, like, the D in DPS is not that good. The PS, pretty solid. And we were shooting out a lot of Ts per second. However, like, our T count, you could say, is off the charts. However, we're, like, lagging sorely behind in the D department. Which I've always said about myself, but... you know, it's just you can't help what God gave you. And by God, I mean a Costa Rican surgeon by the name of Enrique. Okay, we need the red heart. We need the opportunity to succeed. And that's just a motto by which we could all live our lives. We all need somebody to succeed on me. When you're not strong, I'll be your bread. You can put meats on and cheeses. It won't be long until you can spread the mustard seeds on. Some people use mustard seeds. Don't tell me nobody uses mustard seeds. That's a North American-centric viewpoint. I don't know if I even want to use this right now, because I'm thinking, like, the odds of me not blowing myself up are pretty low. But if I get hit again, I won't be able to use it. So, should think twice, maybe. There we go. Be more careful about this in the future. Maggie's bow would be a really good pickup right now as well. Now remember, we do have a box of friends, but we don't have too many familiars that would really benefit from it, so... kind of holding off on that for now. I don't think we really stand to gain too much. We should look at that. I mean, an Emperor card probably wins us the game, and I could use the easy exit right now. Quietly, we almost have like a small little streak going here. Oh, the Hierophant is so beautiful. There's more battery charges in the other room, right? Yeah. I mean, we should stack up Spirit Hearts here, and we can actually get permanent Polaroid invincibility, or if we want... we could get some Lover's Plate going, but I actually think we just save the Hierophant, use the Lover's card, and then use the Void. We should save the Void just in case we come across a unique item. I'm not worried about Spirit Hearts. I'm more worried about creating, like, you know, a cool combination here as we close into the end. But I will say, unlimited power was awesome. I was having a good time, and I've got a slightly newfound appreciation for Butterbean. Also, Placebo and Blank card on the same run. Kinda cool. It gets cooler, but it's kinda cool. And Polydactyly as well, but that showed up so late that we, unfortunately, were largely unable to get the value out of it that I desired. Why did we get a huge speed increase when we did that? What spacebar? Wait, no, that's... we just got a huge speed increase for no reason, actually. And it was like permanent. I didn't... Taurus surely does not get sucked up. I don't know. Either way, it doesn't look like we're getting an item. Let's beat the boss, and then honestly put a cork in this run, because it's done. Put a fork in it, it's done. Whatever. You know, whatever you do with corks, forks, and sporks, nobody rides for free. Do wish to create some extra HP here if possible. Might as well use the Hanged Man, I suppose. Taking a lot of damage. We can get some sustained damage in there, that'd be nice, but knockback's proven to be a little bit of a bitch right now. Mathematically, that was the wrong time to do that, but it doesn't matter. We're gonna live. He's dead. We made it. blow ourselves up one last time for good measure. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.